Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Okay guys, you can see what we're about to do. Actually, this is a fascinator and an Alice band fascinator, of course, and I call it a crinoline tiara fascinator or a crinoline fascinator tiara, whichever one, guys. All right, I've shown you the one I made for my kid and this for myself. And of course, if you want to make for yourself, you can as well go through the tutorial and get to know how to do it, or you can also reach out to me. My phone number is right on the screen. I can simply make it for you, but for a token. But all the same, this is how to make the fascinator. Here with me, I have already showed you the crinoline. Of course, we use the pleated, which is the straight pleated crinoline. All right, so that is that, and I've also shown you guys the measurement. This is 14 inches, and you can as well use 18 because that of my little girls when I used 18 inches, so this is 14, and you can actually use between 14 and 18. So that's just the idea of this tiara making. So okay, this is what it is. Then afterwards, you can also run the crinoline round the Alice band to be sure that the crinoline would actually go round. So at this point, also determine the elasticity, or please, I would also advise that you use a pleated crinoline for this project. Do not try to use the plain one. It might, you can also try it though if you're ready to start forming gathers while you're stitching, but for you to get an easy or a simple and a quick result, please try the pleated crinoline. All right, that's that for that. Now for me to hold on the hems, or to be able to stitch the hems of this crinoline, I'll actually be making what I'm using. I'm actually going to be forming a pleat, then I will now stitch on it. Like, I'll stitch then fold. Just follow the video. The whole thing, I made it possible for us to actually view and understand, so as you're watching, you'll be able to easily understand what I'm actually explaining, because I don't really have the terms or the words to actually use to explain it. It's a very simple fascinator which you can always create. So just look closely and study what I'm actually doing, and the rest of the whole thing is just you practicalizing and experimenting. All right guys, so keep watching. I'll come in when there is need for it, and I hope you enjoy the whole tutorial. Okay guys, if you notice, after tacking the tip here, I had to still bend it, like fold it and then start a new stitch. This is so that it can actually hide the rough edges, and also if you consider the fact that you're still going to be wearing it and you don't want anything like the crinoline strip to be poking you, or you understand, you can always tuck it in, just like what I'm going to be showing you guys in this tutorial. So I had to, after folding, I had to run a stitch round. You can always use a sewing machine for this if you're not ready for hand stitch, but if you are good for a hand stitching, you can always go this method, or you can always do this method. So after folding, I am done with the folding and I've finished stitching round, and then the next is I'll just tuck it in. Then I'll this part I'm actually stitching is the part that the crinoline will sit in. Like when I tuck it in, then it will give me the neater side of it, and the rough side will be hidden You understand? So that is what it is. So now you can see what I mean. Now that I've tucked it in, by the time the Alice band sits in, you wouldn't be uncomfortable when you wear the Alice band, like the tiara or the head crown, whatever you want to name this fascinator. So that is the idea. So I'll be replicating that on the other side, and here it is. I'm done. So I'll be tucking in the both sides. Then I'll now have to put the Alice band at the points, then stitch. Like, you have to stack the Alice band tip at the two ends of the Alice band to these points that you have actually tucked in, so that you won't have the difficulties of it removing and you not being able to have a defined way of stitching and all that. So the good thing is that make sure you tack your Alice band to this crinoline end, so that everything will sit well, and you will be able to determine the center of your crinoline when you're about to tack or start your when you're about to stitch your crinoline to your Alice band. Hope you understand the English there. So that's that for that. And then when we are done, of course, I'll be showing you the finished work, and I'll also do what I just did at the other end to this part, and of course I'll be showing you what it looks like. Now I have done that, and yeah, you can see that the crinoline is not going anywhere. It's fully secured now. So at this point I can easily determine the center of the crinoline, so that I can use a pin to pin it down, so that and why am I saying all this, why am I doing all this? So that your crinoline doesn't twist one-sided while you are stitching, you understand? So be mindful of what you are doing, and also be conscious. Make sure that the two ends of the crinoline are meeting at the same point, and one does not have to twist while the other one goes other way. It may make the whole thing look so messy and uneven. So that is the idea. So now I've determined the center, and I'm going to be using a pin to secure the center, so that I can manage to tack one side. Afterwards I'll move to the other side, and that way you can get a more defined and evenly distributed way of tacking or stitching your crinoline to your Alice band. Hope you understand. All right, that's that for that. And of course, the point at which we'll be tacking, right from the tip of the Alice band, you have to make a kind of socks. God, English, please. You have to make sure that you wear the Alice band, the crinoline, like you stitch behind the Alice band before you fold out the crinoline. Just please, the video, seeing is believing. Just look at the video, watch the video, you understand better. And if you have extra questions to ask me relating to this fascinator, please drop your comments at the comment section down below. And of course, I haven't forgotten my subscribers, my viewers, and the new ones in the house. You're welcome, guys. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for clicking in today. And if you're yet to subscribe, please do subscribe, and keep in touch with us, and always view our videos, because they are more educating, and I hope you enjoy all other videos we have actually uploaded in this channel. So guys, that is that for that. And for okay guys, so viewing how far we've gone, I'm actually going to be showing you how it looks like. So basically, while you are stitching, make sure that the two sides of the crinoline are really meeting before you tack to your Alice band, so that you don't have a flip up. So you can see how neatly they are looking, and the stitches are not obvious. So make sure you do a close stitching, so that you don't have to get issues. Now at the point where I am now, towards the center, you have to make sure that the pleats are tightly close to each other, so that the center will be a lot higher than the other sides. At this point you will know that you are good to go, you understand? So because if you just keep stitching without being conscious of either this place is higher or lower, my god, you will do a very terrible work. So please, as you are moving, also check the height of your Alice band, Crinoline Fascinator or a Tiara. Always check the pleats, so that the height, so that you can see it transcending, you understand? So that is what it is. And when you are done with the center, you can comfortably relax a bit and relax the pleats. You can comfortably relax the pleats and make sure it aligns with the other side which you had already stitched. Hope you understand me before I start biting my tongue. So guys, that is what it entails. And also I'll be showing you guys a final look. And aside from that, while you are tacking, also note the designs you will also be making. If it's something that will need to cover the whole crinoline, I don't think there is need for you to then put a crinoline tiara or fascinator, but make sure that it's something that will also help to show the beauty of the crinoline you have actually done, you understand? So if it's flower, if it's feather, if it's quill, whichever one, make sure that it looks beautiful and it represents your style or your sense of style. So that is the idea about this whole fascinator, and I hope you guys are enjoying the whole tutorial. But at the same time, just the way I did the first part of the Alice band, that's while I was starting, I had to tuck it in and stitch before I folded the crinoline and all that. You also do that as you're finishing. So I'll have to cut this part and also show you the final look of it, because just the way we did it at the starting point is the way we'll also do it at the other side, so that we can actually save time. So that's that for that. I'm done with it. That's okay. Here I'm actually illustrating that is what you should do. So here I'm done with the whole thing, and of course I'll be cutting off the excess. And also, let me just give you this idea. If you feel it's a bit difficult for you at this ending part because it's a bit trickish, you use another needle to start sewing from the other side, then meet at where you stopped. I hope you understand that logic. Then that way you can always get it easily done. So yeah, I'm done with the Alice band tiara, and of course you can see how it looks. And I have this hand stitched flowers I made myself, and of course I'll be running it round if I want. But at the same time, while I show you guys that I was going to run it round, I had to change my mind at later end, because it was really looking like a baby's headpiece. So I had to just make it look like have this taste of maturity on it. So and also, yeah, you can, if you decide not to stitch, you can always use a hot glue gun, but note that you might end up getting your headpiece messy, except if you are good at what you're doing. All right guys, this is what it is. Okay, so here I had to just do some little finishing and touching, and if you really know how to work on mannequins, this is just the best of it. It makes you feel like you're working on a normal human being's head, you understand? It makes the work look easy. So that's just a tip I'm giving you if you're here to try that. Alright guys, so that is what it is. So I'll also be showing you where I'm wearing this fascinator if you are really interested in how it really looks on an adult, because what I had showed earlier was on a mannequin and of course on my little girl. So I'll actually be showing it off while I wear it, so for you to actually see how beautiful it is. So if you want to feel like a princess, if you want to feel like a queen, if you want to feel like you are royal, of course you should have this amongst your collections of hats and fascinators. So that is what it entails, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the whole tutorial. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and like and share our videos. Thank you. Okay, so if you feel there are other things we need to inculcate in this tutorial, let us also know. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be seeing you in our next tutorial video. Love you guys. Bye.